Hello everybody. I, Bhumika Vachiani, welcome you all to learn English with Saraswati Group of Education. Today we are going to learn chapter 1 of standard 4. The name of the chapter is The Sounds in the Evening. Here the title itself suggests that we are going to learn something more about sounds. When you say sounds, many things come to your mind, right? The sound of footsteps, thud, the sound of banging something, clanking of the door, animals' sounds, babies crying, television sounds. We are connected with sounds since our birth. Here in this chapter, the writer is trying to describe the sounds which she is able to hear in the evening. So before continuing the further journey, here I want to introduce you to the words which we are going to come across in the chapter. So please watch carefully and try to learn.
Hello everybody. Welcome to Saraswati Group of Education. I am Bhumika Vachiani. I am going to help you to learn English. Today we are going to learn the new words of chapter 1. The name of the chapter is The Sounds in the Evening. Learning new words of the chapter helps you to understand better. So, let's start. The first new word which we are going to learn is murmurs. Murmurs means speaking softly in a way that is difficult to understand. If you want to use the word murmurs in sentence, you can use it like, my friends start to murmur when we have an extra session. Let us go to the next word. The next word is jests. Please take care of the pronunciation. Here you have to add s sound at the end. Jests. Jests means jokes. If you want to use the word jests in a sentence, you can use it like, we laughed a lot at the jests of the comedian. Let us see the next word. Babble. Babble means speech that is difficult to understand. If you want to use the word babble in a sentence, you can use it like, babies learn to babble before speaking clearly. Now, you all will say that, ma'am, the meaning of murmur and babble is same. Yes, they seem same, but there is a slight difference between them. Murmur is used when someone has already learnt speaking clearly, but still that person speaks in a way that is difficult to understand, because that person does not want the listener to understand his or her speech. And in babble, it means that someone has not learned to speak clearly. For example, the baby. The baby wants to speak something, but the baby has not yet learned to speak clearly. So that speech is called babble. Let us go to the next word. The next word is queer. Please be careful with the pronunciation. It is not queer, it is queer. Queer means odd or strange. If we want to use the word queer in example sentence, then we can use it like, we can hear queer noises in the dark. Where and when can we hear queer noises other than that? We can hear queer noises at night if we have gone to the zoo, or if we have gone for a jungle safari. There we can hear queer noises. Let us go to the next word. Slats. Slats means thin flat pieces of wood used in window blinds or other furniture. If you want to use slats in a sentence, you can use it like, the slats of this window blinds are broken. Have you ever seen slats? Yes, please recall. Often when we visit to any hospital or somebody's office or shops, there we can see window slats. Let us go to the next word. The next word is flutter. Flutter. Flutter means to flap the wings quickly. If you want to use the word flutter in a sentence, you can use it like, I saw a hummingbird fluttering near my room's window. That means the bird was flapping the wings quickly. Now, let us go to the next word. The next word is arrival. Arrival. The meaning of the word arrival is coming. If you want to use the word arrival in a sentence, you can use it like, the late arrival to school is not allowed. That means the late coming to school is not allowed. We have to be on time. Okay, now let us go to the next word. Oh, have you ever heard the sound of a jacket when it is being zipped up? Have you ever heard, what sound does a cat make? Have you ever heard, what sound does a dog make? When a jacket is zipped up, it makes zip sound. When a cat tries to make a sound, it makes meow. And when a dog wants to make some sound, a dog says bow bow. These type of words are known as onomatopoeia. Please speak the word again with me. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is what we call words that describe sounds. Please look at the picture. There are many words that describe sounds. Crash, boom, pow wow, whap, boom, crunch, zoom, splash. So many words. These words are known as onomatopoeic words. There are some words which I have presented here for all of you, which you can use in sentence. Please look here and listen carefully. The first word is hoot. The owls hoot at night. Hoot means this sound is made by the owls. So we say the owls hoot at night. The second onomatopoeic word is hiss. The snake raised its head and hissed. Now this word hiss is made by the snake, the hissing sound. Hiss. Okay? Let us see the third word. Plop. My sister likes to watch water drops plop from the tap. That is again the same sound which is made by the water when it drops from the tap. Tap, tap. And sometimes it is plop, plop, plop. Okay? Let us see the next word. Bang. The door shut with a bang. The next word is clank. I can hear the clank of metal bench. Now you can hear the clanking sound of something made of metal only when you don't oil it regularly. It can be metal door also, it can be metal bench also. Okay? Let us see the next word. Thud. Thud is the sound when something falls off. If you want to use it in a sentence, we can make it like thud. The book fell off the desk with a loud noise. So, all these words which we have studied today, please revise and learn them and try to practice them.
As you saw, the study of the sounds, the words which represent the sounds, or we can say that the sounds which represent the words are known as onomatopoeic words. Please take care of the pronunciation. It is onomatopoeic. Onomatopoeic words. As I said, clap is an onomatopoeic word. Screeching is onomatopoeic word. Bang is onomatopoeic word. Even that sound is onomatopoeic word. All these words which represent sounds, they are known as onomatopoeic words.
Children, we were talking about sounds. You know that there are different types of sounds. Some sounds are pleasing. We like to hear those sounds. But some sounds are not pleasing to our ears. We don't like to hear them. Those sounds cause irritation to us. Those sounds are converted into noise. Now, let's see what is noise and noise pollution. What is noise pollution? Sounds that is unwanted or disrupts one's quality of life is called as noise. When there is lot of noise in the environment, it is termed as noise pollution. Sound become undesirable when it disturbs the normal activities such as working, sleeping, and during conversations. So that means whenever we do not like to hear the sounds at that time, we term it as noise. Suppose there are loudspeakers going on, or very high volume, or road traffic, all those are termed as noise pollution. Now let us see what is noise pollution. These are the effects of noise pollution. Noise pollution affects both health and behavior. Unwanted sound can damage psychological health. That means our mental health also can be disturbed due to noise pollution. Now suppose imagine if you are standing on the road waiting for the traffic to move and one person is honking the horn continuously from your backside, then how will you feel? Naturally, you will not feel good, right? You will feel that, oh, when this sound is going to stop. Sometimes even we look angrily at that person who is honking the horn continuously. So that makes clear that we do not like. At certain level, we are ready to listen to the sounds which are surrounding us. But when that volume is increased, at that time we feel irritation. Now let us see what are the effects of noise pollution. Noise pollution can cause annoyance. What is annoyance? Annoyance means irritation. We get irritated easily. It also causes aggression. In aggression, we get angry easily. That causes hypertension also. In hypertension, we start worrying about things too much. It increases our stress level also. We need to stop noise pollution. We need to reduce them. Okay? And noise pollution can also cause hearing loss. What is hearing loss? That means we lose the sense of hearing. We are unable to hear the things, hear the sounds. It can also cause sleep disturbances. We are unable to sleep peacefully and other harmful effects. Now, I want all of you to make a poster. Poster of what? See, in the next slide, I am going to show you one poster and you are going to make a poster on cause of noise pollution. You have to draw and express that what are the causes of noise pollution. Okay? Now, you have to observe the next picture which I am going to show you, next poster which I am going to show you, and you have to make the poster of the same kind, or you can choose your own design also. You can choose your own picture also to draw. Whatever is the way of your expression, you can choose that. Okay? And after you complete the drawing part and picturization part, please click a very good clear picture of your posters and send it to me. That means your English teacher. Now, here is that poster. This is a sample poster. You can draw like this also, and you can choose your own different design also. But I want all of you to do this activity nicely. You can draw this poster in your rough book also, or you can take a separate white paper also and draw your own design. Here I have drawn with pencil. You can use color pencils also, color crayons also. You can use highlighter or sketch pens also to make your drawing more beautiful. Okay? So I hope you have understood everything. what are the causes of noise pollution? See, when I am explaining this, at that time also, you can hear the background noises. That is one of the cause of noise pollution. That is traffic. Okay, so dear students, please try your best to make this poster, and I am expecting good, neat work. Remember that. Okay?
Now, along with this video lecture, you are going to get a worksheet. You have to complete that worksheet after watching this video lecture once again if needed. There, in the worksheet, you will find two parts, part A and part B. In part A, all the new words which you have recently learned are mentioned. And in part B, that here comes the trick. That is a tricky one. Please take care. In part B, the meanings are mentioned, but they are jumbled. You will have to watch this video once again, try to remember the meaning and then find the correct meaning for the correct word. Okay, so in that worksheet, down there, part A is mentioned. All the new words are written in the part A and you have to find the correct meaning from part B and write in the space given. You can do the worksheet in two ways. Either you can get the printout and write the answers in the worksheet itself, or you can copy the worksheet in your rough book and write with neat handwriting and without any spelling mistakes. You can watch this video lecture again before doing the homework. So, all the words which we have learned recently, you can imbibe them very well. You can grasp them very well.